Howdy folks, Jambareeqi here, and welcome to another episode of Jambareeqi Orange, the show where I let my patrons decide what I review. The options for this month's poll included Whose Grand Adventure, Captain America Civil War, The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, B-Movie, 101 Dalmatians 2, Patch's London Adventure, and Heavy Metal. They chose The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. Makoto is a very clumsy, accident-prone girl, but one day she finds a strange shell, and suddenly she has the ability to literally leap through time. Much to the confusion of her friends Kosuke and Chiaki, Makoto can now repeat or change events in her life. This isn't a simple comedy about the hijinks of reversing time. Sure, it can be funny to watch Makoto jumping her leaps with the grace of a drunk orangutan, but there are thematic elements to the film. The movie explores the many facets of time travel, like what the average person would do with it, and the repercussions of altering events. It's a film that follows the traditional philosophy that the smallest tweaks to the past can drastically affect the present, and making your own life better through time travel could end up ruining other people's fates. When Makoto first discovers that she can leap through time, her immediate desire is to fix her bad day, but this comes at the cost of other people suffering from misfortune. Now, I wouldn't say that Makoto is an inherently selfish character, she's simply human, and humans are driven to keep themselves constantly happy. When her auntie points out the possible damage she's causing, Makoto sets out to fix everything, so she is a caring, sympathetic person deep down, but her freedom to indulge in time travel made her lose this side of her. However, it's not all black and white. Even when she attempts to be more selfless with her time travel by saving others from their bad fates, her actions still lead to innocent casualties.
Now don't cry. It's not that bad.
What if it leaves a scar? If it does, I'll deal with it somehow.
How are you gonna do that?
I'll handle it, okay?
It's like the film is saying that maybe time travel is a dangerous idea, despite how whimsically fun it can be. It's a fragile, complicated tool that maybe mankind should never experiment with. Although, Makoto does get better at altering events through time leaping, so maybe there is hope, it just takes a bit of creativity, planning, and many attempts. The film also shows how reversing time to avoid a situation entirely can be very harmful. When Makoto's friend Chiaki confesses his crush on her, asking her to become his girlfriend, she does everything she can to make his confession not happen, by going back in time to avoid him entirely before he confesses. Not only is this unfair to Chiaki because he doesn't know the context of why she's ignoring him, as only she experienced his confession, but it also means that Makoto could lose a close friend too. It's important to talk to friends about your concerns. Avoiding them might delay the awkwardness or postpone the pain, but it won't completely erase the tension. The problem is still there, and pushing them away is an unhealthy alternative to constructive discussion, because it can create unresolved feelings and ruin or end a perfectly good friendship. Makoto also starts getting a strange number on her arm, indicating how many leaps she has left, and it's this limitation that draws attention to how nothing lasts forever. Time fleets by, no matter what choices you make or what tools you use to take advantage of your current situation. Even if scientists do discover time travel for real, there's bound to be a catch. I don't think the film's brutally honest take on the reality of time travel makes the movie cynical, but rather encourages audiences to be more accepting of what happens in their lives. Many of us dwell on the past, wondering how we could change history to benefit our present, when really it's healthier to embrace things as they are and keep moving forward. If we put all of our energy into thinking how we can change the past to better the present, we're going to end up forgetting about the present itself. The film often has short, relaxed montages illustrating how time casually flies by, showing that time is always alive, constantly ticking away, whatever the circumstances. It's like director Mamoru Hosoda wants to capture the gentle charm of the now, as mundane as it may be, to say that the world is quietly going on as normal, even if you are stressing over fixing your own life. You can push and shove events to go your own way, but time will keep the ball rolling. Yeah, you just diverted a bad situation, but the hands on that clock is still moving. Heck, Makoto's classroom board even has the line, "Time waits for no one," written on it, further cementing this message. There's also a scene where Makoto's auntie shows a painting by an artist who was alive during a time of famine and tragedy, yet despite their troubles, they still managed to paint something beautiful. They found art in a flawed world. Even though things right now might suck, it's how we handle or embrace life that tests our real character. Makoto's friendship with Chiaki and Kosuke is the heart of the film, the rock of Makoto's life and a big root of her happiness. The three of them are very close, comfortable doing the most casual of things together, whether it's a game of baseball or a night out for karaoke. It's a very charming friendship held together by a simple foundation, so we don't want these three to fall out, but Makoto's decisions after finding the shell throw a wrench into the trio's bond.
I can't throw good when I'm thinking. It's no use. I just don't get it!
I won't spoil how things pan out for Makoto and her friends, but the film ends on a bittersweet note, teaching us to preserve things in front of us, be open about our feelings towards those we know, and remain aware of how things in the present could one day be taken away in the future. This is a thought-provoking film, with messages about love, life, and time itself that'll sink in deep. To conclude, The Girl Who Leapt Through Time is a movie that explores the many philosophies of time travel in a very entertaining and charming way. I've been Jambareeqi and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then feel free to click like, share this video, and maybe subscribe to my channel. So, what am I going to be reviewing in the next episode of Jambareeqi Orange? Well, that's entirely up to my patrons. The options for next month's poll include Predator, Spider-Man, Goosebumps, Meet the Robinsons, Paprika, and Ants. Oh, that's a good selection, am I right? Now, don't forget that you have to be a patron in order to take part in this poll. What is a patron? Don't worry, I'll explain. This is my Patreon. It's a site for my fans to make monthly donations to me. Those who donate are called patrons. The money I receive goes towards funding my videos and serves as a supportive income for me. Patrons can donate as much as they want each month and stop donating any time. All donations are greatly appreciated, and in return for their patronage, patrons are given exciting rewards, depending on how much they donate, including their names credited in my main show, access to exclusive videos, and the chance to decide a review on my channel. I'm very excited to find out which film my patrons want me to do next on this show. Cheerio, folks.